Hey guys, we are entering a very profound, important, significant weekend energetically from the cosmic perspective, from the cosmic point of view. This weekend energetically is really comprised of a battle going on between light and dark, between our lower and our higher selves, and the light is actually guaranteed to be the victor in this battle. But we have a lot of intensity going on, and we might be experiencing a lot of turmoil internally this weekend, as well as what is going on and happening in the external circumstances and conditions that are going on in our lives. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is Friday, October 15th, 2021. My name is Aubrey, and this is your astrological outlook for the weekend. In my report today, I am going to be talking about the energetics for today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, how we're closing out the weekend. So there is a lot of information that I need to relay to you guys in this report. I am going to try to get through this as quickly as I can so I can make sure to get all of the information jam-packed into this half an hour. So I'm not going to be reiterating things as much today as I usually do, but there's just a lot of information. Like I said, very, very, very important energetic activations from the cosmic perspective going on, happening, encapsulating this weekend. We are at like the fulcrum, the tipping point, and there is just a very specific story that is being told in terms of how the energies this weekend are playing into these grand, potent, fundamental shifts and changes that have been happening all week, and really since we started this Libra cycle, this new moon in Libra cycle in the conjunction to Mars. Remember, this whole cycle is really packing like a major punch in terms of helping us to break out of any type of situations or circumstances that are not in alignment with our truth, our authenticity, and what we genuinely, truly hold inside of our heart. So let me just get into the energetics because, like I said, this is a very significant weekend that we have going on. First and foremost, one of the things that is making it so significant is the fact that on Friday, the sun is moving to 23 degrees of Libra. That means the earth will be at 23 degrees of Aries. And these are the exact specific degrees where the new moon in Aries this past year occurred. The degree where our current lunar cycle, the new moon in Aries, when the sun and the moon came together in Aries this past spring to kick off this new astrological lunar new year, those were the degrees where they were. The sun at that point in time was at 23 degrees of Aries, where the earth is now, and the earth at that point in time was at 23 degrees of Libra, where the sun is now. So today is really the counterbalance point to the initiation of this year's energetics. So the same 2 degrees are being activated today. So today it's like what is happening, what is going on is sort of giving us a glimpse into how these energetics are unfolding and how they have been unfolding since the beginning of this year. We are getting a full display of where we're at in the process of what universe was trying to and has been trying to do for us with the energetics this specific year, and the aspects that are going on in correlation to the sun and the earth being at these same degrees except in reverse are like so profound. It's really going to be difficult for me to find English words to drive the point home today in terms of how significant this energetic window is that we have going on. So right off the bat, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy and delighted to have you here. And one thing that I like to do is sort of give a definition of the Sabian symbols at the beginning of my reports because they are an integral part of the work and the analysis that I do on my channel. And what the Sabian symbols are a group of energetics, a group of symbols that describe each and every one of the 360 degrees of the zodiac. Whenever a planet is at a specific point, discharging a specific degree, making an aspect. We can look to the specific exact degree where this is occurring, read the symbol, and it gives us more understanding, more clarity about why this aspect is actually happening in the context of this grand unfolding cosmic blueprint, cosmic drama, cosmic saga that is perpetually carrying us through time and space, and right now is carrying us on a trajectory towards the age of Aquarius and transitioning into the Aquarian archetypes and really integrating those in all of our energy patterns, regardless of whether we have Aquarius or not. That is the direction we're going. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. But I always like to read the Sabian symbols because, again, they give us more information and understanding the overall purpose of any activation. And so that being said, the Sabian symbols in effect today for Friday, and also the Sabian symbols that were in effect with the new moon in Aries, these are the same. They're just switched because we have reached the exact polarity point to the degree from when our lunar year started. And the sun today at 23 degrees of Libra, this is where the earth was at the new moon in Aries, is Chanticleer's voice heralds the rising sun with exuberant tones. And the degree where the earth is today, which is the degree where the sun and the moon came together for this new moon in Aries, this tone that is carrying through our entire astrological year, that really gave us a description or a bottom line as to what we could expect to anticipate, or what we could anticipate and expect to unfold throughout the course of this cycle. 23 degrees of Aries, a woman in pastel colors carrying a heavy and valuable but veiled load. So going back to the new moon in Aries that happened on April 11th this year, with that specific degree, 23 degrees of Aries, having been the degree that was activated for the underlying energetic tone carrying us through this whole year, we knew right off the jump, if you guys go back and watch one of my very first videos, the new moon in Aries this year, I talked a lot about how there were going to be themes this year about exposing to us and helping us to understand the truth and the magnitude and the power of the value that we hold inside of us, that many of us have not been perceiving, have not been seeing clearly, have not been having a proper relationship with for a very long time, if ever. And this whole year was ultimately about lifting the veil on this valuable load that we hold inside of us, and what, the magnitude that it represents in terms of us discovering this, seeing it, embracing it, and using it to fuel our growth and our evolution down our new path into a life and circumstances and relationships and experiences that are so much more in alignment with that truth, with that value, with that worth, and everything that it represents. This year is very, very much about getting back in touch with what we truly hold inside and the valuable and precious nature of it, and how that acceptance, understanding, recognition actually empowers us to become who we were really meant to become, and to evolve and to elevate ourselves, and to come from really go through this process of internal alchemization from a lower form of ourselves into a much higher form of ourselves that really truly represents self-knowledge, self-empowerment, and self-mastery. So that was what was being indicated as our trajectory in this year, as we are heading into the age of Aquarius, as we are transitioning paradigms. And that really is the most fundamental, that is step one of that process, is recognizing who we truly are, who we were always meant to be, and the value that exists there. So coming back to today, we have the earth at 23 Libra, Chanticleer's voice heralds the rising sun with exuberant tones, and we have the earth at that degree, a woman in pastel colors carrying a heavy and valuable but veiled load. So right off the bat, that is telling me by the position of the earth on the ground today and this weekend that our veil is being exposed. And Chanticleer's voice heralds the rising sun with exuberant tones. It's about a return to life. It's about a return of the sun, a return of the light, and really embracing that, okay? So point blank, that is what we're working with first and foremost as these energetics come in today. Very high energetic weekend, okay? Energy, tension, passions could be running very, very high. And this is because aside from everything that I just said, we have Mars today at 21 degrees of Libra, coming into an exact opposition with the Eris point. The Eris point is a very significant degree in the sky. It is the degree in the sky where the planet Eris was discovered. That degree is 21 degrees of Aries, and the Sabian symbol of that degree is a boxer entering the ring. When the Eris point is activated, it's all about breaking the chains, liberty, authenticity, freedom for the sake of freedom, truth for the sake of truth, standing up for ourselves and not being afraid to engage in a fight or engage in a battle, not being upset about anybody's feelings being hurt, because we have a point to get across. It's very important, and we are going to stand in our truth. We are going to stand in our power, and we are going to speak our mind when the Eris point is being activated. And with Mars, the spiritual warrior in Libra, the sign of relationships, balancing the scales, justice, and rectifying things, coming into an opposition with the Eris point today, while we have the sun and the earth at the same degrees where the new moon in Aries was. This is telling me that we are motivated to fight back today. Anger and aggression possibly running high, people definitely taking action, fights and conflicts, but it is for the purpose of unveiling that precious, heavy, valuable load, okay? It is for the purpose of stepping back into the sun, stepping back into the light, stepping back into embracing life based on a perspective that is reconsidering the nature of the significance of the value that we hold inside of us that is no longer veiled, that is no longer being veiled, and that we are coming into full acceptance of. And this is shifting power dynamics in a lot of ways, as has been our theme this entire week, you guys. So inner value seen, exposed, and recognized with this. Newness coming in a very expanded way. Now, another thing that we have going on with this, not only do we have the sun and the earth discharging the degrees of the new moon, not only do we have day one of Mars opposing the Eris point, this will be a 2-day transit, it takes Mars 2 days to move a degree, but we also have the sun today at that degree, 23 degrees of Libra, coming into an exact trine with Jupiter at 23 degrees of Aquarius. And not only that, where is the moon? The moon is also in the late degrees of Aquarius. The moon will be trining Mars opposite the Eris point. The moon will also be trining the sun and conjuncting Jupiter at the same time. So, and remember, Jupiter right now is at 23 degrees of Aquarius, and that Sabian symbol for that degree is a big bear sitting down, waving all of its paws. Jupiter retrograde has a lot to do with restoring our faith and our trust and our confidence and our belief in ourselves, okay? And aligning with our inner genuine truth. Jupiter rules the truth. So with this, you guys, it really is, and Jupiter expands everything, okay? So this Mars opposite Eris point, fighting for our rights, fighting for our truth, fighting for our freedom, and not being afraid to do it today is being blown up, is being expanded. And the veil being removed is also being expanded. And us having a desire to herald the rising sun of our new life and our new world and our rebirth in alignment with our truth and our integrity and our authenticity that we are not afraid to stand up for and speak our mind about is being expanded in huge, huge ways. And it has a lot to do with this faith and trust and belief and confidence in ourselves and the choices and the decisions that we've made to realign with our authenticity. And Jupiter also brings blessings and luck. And it's a trine, so things are falling into a place for us in a blessed way. And it is expanding our desire to stand in the sun, to stand in the light, and to create our lives in a way that really truly allow us to grow and thrive and evolve and reach up to the sun. We want the sun. We don't want to be in the darkness anymore. And we want to herald it with exuberant tones and excitement and optimism and hope and faith and enthusiasm about the new life that we're creating and the new day that is upon us now. So very significant activations happening across the board today. And they really are emphasizing the trajectory that we've been on since the new moon in Aries on April 11th. We are at the halfway point. The veil is being revealed. We're seeing what is inside. We are stepping into that, and it is aligning us with a new day, the rising sun, and we want to be in that light. So very significant. Also, like I said today, the moon will also be conjuncting Jupiter and trining the sun and trining Mars. So our inner value is being unveiled, and we are breaking away from anything keeping us out of our truth and our strength and our light and our power. And this is just expanded and supported by the Santa Claus of the zodiac today, the Santa Claus planet, the great benefic, okay? We have the blessings behind us as we go through this process. The tables are turning now. We are at the halfway point exact to the degree. The tables are turning, and what has been hidden is being exposed, and it is shifting things. It is changing things. It is changing us. It is changing our relationship to our own truth, our own value, our own power. And it is breaking us out of a lot of situations that have been keeping us out of that and away from that truth. The tables are turning now. Power dynamics are shifting. Toxic patterns and cycles are being broken. Our energy and incentive to do it with Jupiter in the trine with the moon, you guys, is greatly supported and expanded right now. There is an emotional alignment with this as well. Our emotions are right in alignment with how we need to assert ourselves with Mars opposed the Eris point, with the value that we're recognizing, and with the new day that is opening up for us, the new path ahead, the new things that we're recognizing that we need to truly thrive right now. We are falling into alignment with that on an emotional level, and it really just is expanding this very potent and powerful week of transformations and power shifts that are going on. We really are coming into our own power with this today, and it really does have a lot to do with an internal alchemization process that is going on. We are rising out of our lower selves into our higher selves, and symbolically there is just this battle of dark and light that is going on today, and the spiritual warrior is ignited, and our passions are being ignited, and we are just in an alignment with this. Now, another thing that we have going on today, and this is equally as important, we have Chiron being heavily activated today as well. Chiron is the rules, represents, and is the master frequency. Chiron is, it's like how we transform out of wounding and trauma and victimhood into the healer and the teacher and the guide and the master of our own experiences. And this is being very indicated, and this is being very activated today because we have Mercury retrograde slowing down in an exact opposition to Chiron today. Chiron is in Aries. Mercury retrograde is in Libra. And this is really activating, again, this master frequency energetic in correlation, correspondence, simultaneousness to these other things that I've been describing that we have going on today. And remember, Mercury rules the mind and our thought processes, our mental condition, our cognitive state, and our communication, what we're thinking about. With the opposition to Chiron, the master energetic, there are, this could be thinking about and reflecting on our experiences and the wisdom that we've gained. It could be wisdom and experience gained, like I just said, thinking about that, what we've learned through our wounding and our trauma that we've gone through, what we've learned about health and healing through this health crisis that we've gone through, and how we're understanding those things now. Information and communication surrounding health, healing, and children are also indicated with this, alongside themes of rulers, public officials, government officials, because Chiron right now is at 11 Aries, the ruler of a nation. So there are some themes of public officials, governments, rulers being brought into this as well. But generally, the way I'm seeing this energetic in the context of everything else that we have happening that I just described as that we are mentally mastering our circumstances. Mental alchemy is going on. We are in a process of transmuting our lower vibrations, our lower frequencies, especially in the way that we're thinking about things, into the higher, into our higher capacities, into seeing things more clearly from a higher perspective. And it's like everything that we've experienced and everything that we've learned and everything that we've gone through up until this point is pushing us to this point of, like I said, mentally mastering what we've been through and really gaining and cultivating and harvesting this wisdom and this experience that we've derived from the progression of all of these things that have happened to us in our lives up until this point. We are mentally mastering our circumstances and our conditions today. Aside from all of the health, healing, trauma, and children themes, also finances and economies. Chiron rules those as well. There may be some very erratic financial things going on today with the opposition from Mercury retrograde as well. But generally, this is, playing into this as well. Not only do we have this expanded ability to align with the precious nature of what we have inside and really see and relate to it, that is opening this whole new day for us, and we are aligning with it on an emotional level, and we're standing up for ourselves, and we're being assertive, and we're breaking out of toxic patterns, but we're also mentally mastering our own mind with this aspect in effect as well. Now, let's see. So for the activations, they're expanding and triggering with Jupiter and the moon, like I said, and there's just no internal resistance to what is going on today. Things are falling into place, and we are mastering our own mind with this, which is a very, very important part of this whole puzzle, because thoughts become things, and having this mastery over our mind is helping us in creating the future path, aligning with the future path that is going to bring us into our greatest fulfillment, which is where we're going. One more thing that we have going on today that I find to be very interesting is that we have, and this has been going on all week, but we actually have the black moon right now conjuncting a very potent and important fixed star in the sky, and that is Aldebaran, and that is the Archangel Michael degree. And so aside from all of this, the black moon, which rules our collective shadow, is also at the degree right now that brings in the greatest amount of light for conquering demons, essentially. And the black moon rules our shadow side, which has a lot to do with the demons we allow into our lives. So this is being rectified as well. And I can't spend too much time. I need to move on to Saturday, but I really wanted to mention that because that is also another important energetic. Archangel Michael is here with us right now, fighting this battle for the light, for the truth, for justice, ultimate justice. And that is another feature of the energetics going on. The light is winning big over the darkness today. Okay, and remember, the sun trining Jupiter with the moon at 23 degrees of Libra, Chanticleer's voice heralds the rising sun with exuberant tones. We are coming back to life. Humanity is coming back to life, and this is going to be a victory for the life. For the life, yes, for sure. For the light is what I meant to say. Moving on to Saturday, you guys. Saturday is all about new opportunities coming to us once we embrace the shifts, release the past, and open to a life in more authentic alignment going forward. Opportunity is all over the Sabian symbols for Saturday. Saturday, we have the sun at 24 degrees of Libra, a third wing on the left side of a butterfly, an opportunity for something new that we never thought could possibly exist, but look, there it is. 24 degrees of Aries, or I don't need to do that one, 10 degrees of Sagittarius, where Venus is on Saturday, a golden-haired goddess of opportunity. The black moon also moves to 11 degrees of Gemini. I was just talking about the black moon, moves to 11 degrees of Gemini on Saturday, conjunct this Aldebaran degree, the Archangel Michael fixed star. Newly opened lands offer the pioneer new opportunities for experience. Opportunities are all over the energetics on Saturday, all over the Sabian symbols. And we also on Saturday have Venus coming into an exact opposition with her sister, the black moon. Venus will be at 10 degrees of Sagittarius. The black moon is at 10 degrees of Gemini. And then they will actually both move together to 11 degrees. So we will have 2 days of the black moon and Venus opposing each other. This, you guys, this is both sides of the feminine reflecting each other's energy and qualities back to the other, helping us to integrate and rebalance our shadow side issues with our light and our truth and what we truly love and what we truly value. Venus in Sagittarius. We are healing our shadow side and stepping into the truth of our hearts. Venus in Sag. That helps us now to conquer our demons. Black moon at the Archangel Michael star and set ourselves free. Venus in Sagittarius. And another interesting thing, you guys, the black moon is like the little sister of Eris. And the Eris point discharges the Eris frequencies in the most potent way. We have Mars in opposition to the Eris point, and we have Venus in opposition to the black moon. Both Venus and Mars in opposition to different octaves of the same exact frequency. If you guys have been following my work, you know that Venus and Mars are on a journey, a mission together right now to reintegrate the masculine and the feminine, the divine masculine, divine feminine energetics, dynamics within all of us over this next few months as we move into March of 2022, when both of them together will be coming into a conjunction with Pluto to bring humanity fully reintegrated back into our own power. That is when this process will really be initiated, okay? Everything that we're going through now is leading to this point. And it's very much about Venus and Mars. It's all about the divine feminine. It's all about the divine masculine working together to reintegrate and bring us back into a place of recognizing our personal power, stepping into our truth, becoming the co-creators along with God of our own reality, and moving forward toward these Aquarian archetypes, okay? This is going on, and this is also activated on Saturday. Mars opposite the Eris point, Venus opposite the black moon, both doing the same things, both in different signs, both making the same aspect. And remember, we're in a Libra cycle right now that is usually always ruled by Venus, but in this particular case, Mars was playing a major role in it too, because Mars was in Venus's sign, conjunct the sun and the moon, while Venus was in Mars's sign. They were both in mutual reception, blending their energies for this specific new moon. And now here we are at this fulcrum point of this weekend, of this energy, of this year, of this cycle, and we still have Venus and Mars both doing the same things in different ways, working towards the same purposes. So that is significant as well, and it is, even though they are very different in their placements right now, they're doing the same thing, and it is having this reintegrating effect within all of us, like I said, that is going to continue through March of 2022 when this process will be finalized. Very significant. Moving on to Sunday. I got a few minutes left. Let's see if I can get this done, you guys. Sunday is a powerful day because we have the sun moving into a square with Pluto. It's just like bam, 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 bam. Intensity, like big time energetic, significance, like profoundness. It's just all happening, all right? The Sabian symbol where this is happening on Sunday, 25 degrees of Libra with the sun. The sight of an autumn leaf brings to the pilgrim the sudden revelation of the mysteries of life and death in a square to Pluto. This is all about regeneration, transformation, transfiguration, metamorphosis on very deep levels. And the Earth at 25 degrees of Aries, a double promise, reveals its inner and outer meaning. Breaking up long-established power dynamics, it's happening with this aspect. It's been happening all week. It's been happening with the Eris point activations, but now we have the square to Pluto as well. It's definitely happening. Pluto is at 25 degrees of Capricorn, a store filled with precious oriental rugs, again, indicating the need to look inside our store of value. What valuable things are we holding inside of us, you guys? That is what it's talking about. This is rebirth. This is secrets revealed. A double promise reveals its inner and outer meaning. Seeing behind the curtain, seeing underneath the veiled load. Everything that I was just talking about with the energetics of Friday, bringing back up the new moon in Aries and what was activated there. And then, we also on Sunday, we have Mars moving into the trine with Jupiter, moving towards the square with Pluto. This energy is building. Mars is right on the the footprints of the sun. Like, this energy is building as well. And Mars is going to make this aspect this week too. Like, so much secrets revealed, finding things out that lead to these profound shifts and changes going on. It's really crazy. Sunday, we still have Mercury opposite Chiron, 11 degrees of Aries and Libra, still talking about us mastering our mind, mastering our thought processes, coming into our self-mastery over how we're perceiving things and how we're choosing to perceive things, and the information in the lens that we're choosing to allow into our reality at this point in time. We're also going to have the moon in an exact conjunction to Neptune on Sunday. Neptune recently moved to 21 degrees of Pisces. This is a little white lamb, a child, and a Chinese servant. This is all about, the guidance here is surrendering to God, surrendering to our purity and our innocence and our wonder for life and the inner child, our inner childlike nature, and just really embracing that, and unconditional love first and foremost, aligning with those frequencies internally, because that is really what we need in order to move forward in the best way in terms of bringing ultimate fulfillment into our life in regards to these shifts and changes that are happening. Universe is trying to shake us out of so much stuff and align us with a path that is really truly leading to our fulfillment. And our job in that is holding these frequencies of unconditional love, wonder for life, faith, hope, purity, innocence, the childlike wonder, and surrendering to those things and our faith, because this is really helping us to create a future path in alignment with who we are now, who we've always meant to be, and who we're re-becoming, okay? That's moving us down it's just helping us to align the path correctly moving forward. So that is very important as well. And aligning with our ideals and our dreams, we want to really be careful though that we are not running, hiding, escaping, or evading things with this energetic on Sunday. We don't want to hide from things. We want to surrender to our faith. That is how we deal with these energies if they're getting a little intense. And then Venus comes to 12 degrees of Sagittarius on Sunday. A flag is seen turning into an eagle that crows. Venus is the ruler of this Libra cycle right now. Venus is very important. Transformation, metamorphosis, liberty, ending toxic cycles of addiction to all things that have been keeping us out of our power. And there is a battle playing out, you guys, between our higher selves and our lower selves, between the light and the dark. But we know that the sun is shining, and that's what we're heralding with exuberant and enthusiastic tones, and the veil is being revealed. We're recognizing our truth. We're recognizing our worth. We're recognizing our inner value and the self-love that comes along with that. And that is bringing us so much more self-empowerment, strength, beauty, and the ability to align with the path that is really going to bring us into contact with ultimate fulfillment across the board. So that is what I have for the astrology today, you guys. I'm sorry I don't have time to do the tarot for today. I will get back to it tomorrow, I promise. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I was able to provide a little bit of clarity or just let you know about the significance of the energetics that we're really experiencing right now from the cosmic perspective. Wishing everyone a very beautiful weekend. Stand in your truth, speak your mind, align with your light, and have faith that everything is moving us in the right direction.